What's up, guys? It is me, CNATNJ from Team CNATNJ, and today I have an update video and performance video of my new CNATNJ M4 setup. So I did a little work with this gun internally and externally since the last video I made of it, which was sometime in August. That was 3 months ago, and I did some work with it. When I got this gun out of the box from Airsoft GI, it was shooting around 340 FPS with a 2.0, and that dropped to around 325-ish. So it's good for CQB, but I like to have a gun that I can use for CQB and outdoor fields. And when I brought this gun to outdoor fields, what I found a lot was after about 120 feet, people unfortunately were not calling their hits with it, simply because they're saying to themselves, okay, this doesn't hurt, I'm not going to call it. Whereas if I were to shoot them with a barrage of BBs with, say, a 450 FPS, they'd be like, ow, 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 this hurts, I'm going to call myself out. And that's one of the problems you run into with Airsoft, is you get a lot of guys who call their hits, and then you get a handful of guys who don't call their hits. And I've seen kids who play, and they say, guys, don't call your hits unless it hurts. And that really bugs me, it annoys me, it ruins the sport of Airsoft. Because it is a game of an honor system. And so what I found I had to do was take out that stock M10 spring, and I put in an M120 spring in the gun. And what I also did was I took out the blowback feature. It was annoying and cumbersome, and that's a phone going off. Okay, sorry about that. So like I was saying, I took the blowback feature off. It was very annoying. I did not care for it. It made a loud tang noise, and it somewhat gave away my position when I was playing. It wasn't that loud, as like electric blowback guns, where it's actually from the gearbox itself. I've fired a few of those, but anyway. I still have the Magpul MOE stock externally. I still have the standard AR grip. I took off the Tango Down one. I have a rear and front flip-up sight by Airsoft GI. The ones they give you, they're pretty crappy. I gotta save up, get some better ones. I spray painted them tan to have kind of a two-tone to the gun. Still got the AIM Sports red dot. It's pretty good, but in a few weeks it's my birthday, and I'm going to be getting a micro red dot, hopefully with a riser. I still run Elite Force 140 round mid caps, and I have one D-Boys 80 rounder and one Beta Project PMag, but the Beta Project PMag suck, don't buy them. And I run them with Magpuls, really do help, especially for a CQB environment. On the top I have one Magpul XTM, just for looks. That's my clock going off. I have to cut this out too. Okay, sorry about that. So like I said, I have a Magpul XTM rail cover in tan on the top. I don't really use this part right here when I hold the gun, but it's just there to cover the top part of the rail, protect it from any scratches. On the top I have a Lancer Tactical PEC 15. This PEC box does absolutely nothing. No laser, no light, no battery storage. What Airsoft GI was saying on their website was that it could hold a battery, and even though I didn't need it for a battery, I just took it for looks. I'm telling you right now, there is no way you're going to be able to squeeze a battery inside of this PEC box. I have 7.4 LiPos that are like the smallest batteries I've ever seen, and even they don't fit. And then if you get the actual PEC box style batteries, they won't fit either. There's not even a slit in the PEC box to take the wires out of, so I don't get how the hell you're going to be able to put a battery in here. It's pretty much for aesthetics. I guess that's a whole theory behind Lancer Tactical. But other than that, it does serve its purpose well as looking kind of cool. Right and left side, I have GMP ladder rails. They came in a really bright tan color. I spray painted them a dark satin brown, and then sandpapered it because they got a little sticky afterward. I don't know why, but now they're fine. And then I have a Magpul RVG instead of the Magpul AFG. I gave that AFG to CNO2 to borrow on his G&G Scar, because I don't really need to use it anymore. And then I have a cheap flashlight on a sniper scope or whatever scope mount. I need to get a better one. I just picked up this flashlight for like $3. It's pretty bad. And then the G-Tac Zombie Killer Suppressor. I spray painted that tan, but you can still faintly see the logo. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not. It's a pretty bad camera. So that's pretty much the external gist of the gun. So now I'll get into the internals. So internally, this gun is wired to the rear. So with the Magpul stock, obviously I'm gonna not be able to run a nunchuck or a brick battery. I have the 7.4 LiPo in it. I'm not sure if this gun can handle an 11.1 LiPo. I don't go full auto. I only go semi. Because with mid caps, I don't like to go full auto because then you run out of ammo. I don't know if this gun is 11.1 ready, but even if it was, I wouldn't be able to fit the 11.1 in this stock because the 7.4 just fits. I use a 7.4 by CNATNJ. In the pistol grip, I have a Lonex high torque motor, and I put that in so that way it can pull the M120 that I put in the gearbox. Because, as you know, G&G stock motors suck. They can't pull anything higher than an M110. And then I also took out the G&G cylinder head, the one that they have for the blowback, because it, oh, stupid fly, it has a hole on the top of it, and that's what drives the blowback feature. I took that out, put on a standard G&G cylinder, so it does not have that hole at the head. And then I had to put on new O-rings. Don't ask me what size, I just found them laying around. To give it a better air seal, because the one that came with this gun was absolute crap. So since I took off the blowback feature here when I shoot it, as you can see, it doesn't move at all. But then to get to the hop up, when you pull it back and you let it go, sometimes, no, it doesn't want to do that now. Fly, go away. Sometimes the thing stays back and acts as kind of like a bolt catch in a way, but it's really finicky, and then if you touch it, it'll slide back forward. I still got the G&G hop-up chamber in it. I have the Modify Baton Ryusaku flat hop, ooh, that's a mouthful, and bucking in this gun. That gives me about 240, 50-ish feet of effective range, max. And then I have the Mad Bull Black Python version 2, 363mm 6.03 Tightbore. Really cheap Tightbore barrel. You should go pick one up. One of the cheapest and easiest upgrades you can do. And then get a new hop-up. Those are probably the easiest. I would not recommend going into your gearbox unless you know what you're doing. So that's pretty much it for the gun. I will show you a shooting test momentarily. Alright, so from here to that bucket down there is roughly 150 feet. I apologize, I have to do this one-handed, but let's see how this thing does with its upgrades. I'm gonna have to put the camera down though. Don't worry, I'll stay here.